But I'm excited for that. I know Canelo, he's so big, so strong, and I think he'll be just too big. I mean, weight classes matter for a reason.
Yeah, he can do what he wants, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Why?
I just don't think it's a good idea.
How is Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
But weight classes,
he's the most composed guy. Yeah. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him? No.
I think Crawford could beat Canelo Alvarez.
I think he's too small. But then again, I thought he was too small for Spence. So shows what I know.
Fighters break down why Canelo Alvarez is expected to dominate Terence Crawford. Boxing legend Mike Tyson isn't sold on this matchup, voicing serious concerns about Crawford's chances. He believes this fight isn't in Crawford's best interest, warning that stepping into the ring with Canelo might not end well for him, with Canelo's size, power, and relentless pressure Tyson sees as a dangerous challenge for Crawford, one that could prove too much to handle.
Mike, I got to do this. Terence Crawford, tremendous fighter. You're a big supporter of his. He wants to move up 3 weight classes and fight Canelo. What do you think?
Yeah, he can do what he wants, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Why?
I just don't think it's a good idea. I don't think what would he have? I don't know. I just don't think it's a good idea. People thought they was crazy like that before. It's just that he doesn't have to do it. He doesn't have to.
You posted the other day, there's a picture of you in a Rolls Royce, and you said, the quote is, "I can't remember how many of these I gave away." Tell me about that.
Yes, I don't know. Yes, when we used to have the money, I said, when I had one, you know, you gotta cost that shit.
Yeah, but not everybody's Mike Tyson. You're very generous. You're a genuine, nice person. Tillman told me that one time you lent him his car, he kept it for like 3 months or something.
I don't know, this shit. Listen, if you have money and you can't help nobody.
David Benavidez views Canelo Alvarez as a source of motivation. He believes that the upcoming fight between Canelo and Crawford is a commendable matchup. Benz's respect for Canelo's skills and achievements in the ring underscores his positive outlook on the bout.
It's going to come to fruition in September. What are your thoughts on that bout?
I have nothing to say. It's a good fight. And it's a good fight. I wish both of them the best.
All right, next question over here. Do you use that for motivation at all? Like Canelo's like, you know.
I definitely do use that as motivation, because if I was such an easy fighter and target, he would have came and beat me already. Just for him not fighting me lets me know how dangerous I am.
How would you approach a fight?
Is there scissors? Is there scissors? Ask for scissors. Go ahead.
How would you approach a fight with Terence Crawford if it was you against him?
To be honest with you, if I fought Terence Crawford, I would definitely use my size, my reach, my weight to my advantage. Crawford is a very smart fighter, but I guess thankfully I'm not fighting him.
Ryan Garcia emphasizes Canelo's physical advantages, noting his strength, size, and power. He argues that these attributes give Canelo a significant edge over Crawford, who is moving up in weight classes. Garcia believes that the substantial weight class difference could pose a considerable challenge for Crawford, making it difficult for him to overcome Canelo's physicality.
That's going to be a great fight, too. I can't believe they made that happen. See, Turkey's been making a lot of great fights happen. You can't really hate on it. But I'm excited for that. I know Canelo, he's so big, so strong, and I think he'll be just too big. I mean, weight classes matter for a reason, right?
He said Teofimo and Boots are going to be on your October undercard.
Oh, yeah,
and the
I heard
winners
that.
would fight each other. Is
I
that what you were told?
I didn't know that, but I'm down. I don't care. Yeah, let's do it. I wanted to fight Teofimo too.
Lasso, I gotta do this. I agree with you that there's a lot of sanctioning bodies, there's a lot of promoters, there's do more testing organizations, not just one. Tell me about that. Why are you so adamant about Novada?
I think that when a coach is pushing a certain organization, it just strikes me off weird. And for it to be like a mandatory thing, like, why can't I use another organization, you know? But again, I don't want to talk about them because, you know, it might sue me.
Sean Porter has expressed concern regarding how Crawford will handle Canelo's punching power. Given Canelo's reputation for delivering powerful blows, Porter questions Crawford's ability to withstand such force, especially considering the jump and weight classes. This concern reflects the broader apprehension about Crawford's capacity to endure the physical demands of fighting a naturally larger opponent.
The others say, like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down. So I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out, you know what I mean? So
Mikey Garcia predicts that Canelo will win the fight due to his size and power advantages. He suggests that these factors will play a crucial role in determining the outcome, with Canelo's physicality being a decisive element in the matchup.
I'm not even a fan of that fight. They're too many weight classes apart. And although the skills, Crawford is one of the best fighters that I've seen. Now, Canelo is, fighting at 168. Crawford just moved up to 154, and he had some trouble with that in that fight. Now, where do you plan on going? 164, 65, 66? Canelo ain't gonna come down to 160.
Yeah,
Canelo ain't gonna come down, maybe 166 max if he accepts. I think Canelo wins that fight based on just the size, power and size. Now, skill-wise, I think Crawford's a better skilled fighter, but the difference in size will be the deciding factor, and that's why I'm not even a fan of that fight. I think Crawford has accomplished everything he had to accomplish from 140 to 147, now 154. That's even great for him. He wants to do something, collect belts at 154, he can attempt that. But there's no money in that compared to the Canelo fight, and Canelo is trying to fight other guys, and at that point it's more of a big fight, for the money that's gonna generate. But as a fight fan, I'm not really a fan of that matchmaking. I'd rather see Canelo move up and fight somebody like Benavidez or Revolt again. If he wanted to challenge himself, move up to 175 again, and challenge himself against those guys. Not a smaller guy moving up.
Roy Jones Jr. has praised Canelo's abilities and acknowledges Crawford's desire to test himself against the best. He suggests that if Crawford cannot overcome Canelo, it could mark a significant turning point in his career, given Canelo's status as one of the top fighters in the sport.
Yeah, because a lot of people are saying, like, hey, forget about Canelo. That was a tough fight with Madrimov. Go ahead and give Boots a shot. Give Boots the chance. But Eddie's saying, hey, I think Crawford's saying, hey, give me the Canelo fight, or I'm not fighting. I'm done.
Why? What he got to prove to Boots? Boots trying to take over and start beating the guys around him, prove that he's the best of that group. Bud is in a group above him. Bud don't need to come back down to 47 to meet him. That's crazy. Why would he? Bud looking to try to make history and get out. Get his big bank and get out. His big bank is who? Canelo. He willing to take that gamble, see if he can beat him. If he beats him, he may go fight Benavidez next. If he don't beat him, he say, okay, I took it as high as I could go. I'm done.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy if he gets the win. Like, oh my God.
Robert Garcia has analyzed the fight and leans towards a Canelo victory, while specific details of his breakdown are not provided. His assessment aligns with the majority opinion, favoring Canelo, likely considering factors such as size, power, and experience at higher weight classes. He also says that Robert Garcia believes that if Terence Crawford fights Canelo Alvarez, it will be because of the massive payday he thinks Crawford has already achieved enough and doesn't need to fight anymore, as he has secured his future and lives a responsible life. However, if the fight happens, Garcia sees Crawford putting up a competitive 6 to 8 rounds before Canelo takes control. He acknowledges Crawford's skill and strength, but believes Canelo's power and size will overwhelm him in the later rounds. While Crawford may win the early rounds, Garcia ultimately sees Canelo dominating as the fight progresses.
Robert, what's a smart bet on Crawford-Canelo? Canelo by knockout or Canelo by decision?
Crawford by decision. If you have to bet,
yes.
I say Canelo by decision.
Crawford by decision.
No, pero dice Canelo
No, yeah, no, because I'm saying that's what's gonna happen. Canelo's gonna beat him. But which one?
I don't know, man. Crawford is fucking gangster. I've always been saying, I think Canelo at the end, obviously, his strength, his weight,
experience
probably takes over. But shit, I wouldn't be surprised if Crawford just fucking boxes and fights smart and beats him.
He's probably gonna be 40-1 underdog or something crazy like that, right? It's not gonna be close.
Oh, it's gonna be close.
3 weight class?
3-4-1. No crees?
Nah.
It's not gonna be that big of a difference. No.
When you pick the knockout? No, when you pick the knockout?
You pick a knockout. But if it's just
who wins straight out?
I think it's gonna be maybe 3-1, 4-1. Maybe that's too much. Maybe 2-1. Maybe
I don't think so.
Telling you.
So they finally announced Ryu's fight. Gary Russell. What do you think? Not easy fight. No easy fights in this level. It's gonna be. Finally, you guys will be. First time you're ever going to a Tank fight, right? To work a corner.
We're going to a Tank's fight.
It's Tank's the main event.
Yeah.
Promoter Eddie Hearn has expressed skepticism about Crawford's chances against Canelo, citing the significant weight difference as a primary concern. He finds it incredible that Crawford is attempting such a challenge, implying that the physical disparity may be too great to overcome.
How is Crawford going to be able to bridge this weight gap?
Yeah, I don't think he can, in all honesty. I mean, he might not be able to bridge it on Saturday.
Yeah.
So,
one weight class.
68, yeah, but you're coming up from 35. 35, 40, 47, 54. Sooner or later, it's one too many. And 68 is definitely too many. But Crawford's brilliant. Like, he's a genius. He's a generational great. So maybe he can find a way to do it. But I feel he'd be hugely outsized against Canelo Alvarez. Yeah. But you have to use your movement. If you're Terence Crawford in that fight, the last thing you want to do is stand and trade. He'd be moving a lot in that fight, trust me. I'm not saying he'd be running, but he would be moving a lot. Of course, that's the way to beat him.
Yeah.
You know.
Javante Tank Davis has Ted Canelo describing him as one of the top boxers of this era and a great fighter. While not directly commenting on the outcome of the fight, Davis's admiration for Canelo underscores the high regard in which he is held within the boxing community.
Canelo is one of the top dogs in the sport as of right now, and he's a great fighter himself. So just having somebody like him to say I'm his favorite fighter is pretty touchy. I think I'm the face of boxing already. If we being real. I've been on the face of boxing right now. I think that Canelo going out the door, all the top guys, Canelo was probably the only one, but he's going out the door, so.
Atlas praises Canelo, saying that Canelo is bigger, stronger, and more powerful. He is a unified champion with impressive achievements. Handling a fighter of his caliber is a huge challenge. However, the question also arises whether Canelo can handle a smaller, faster, and more defensive fighter's speed, agility, and movement could be key factors in this fight. Canelo has shown moments where he slows down, especially as he gets older. His opponent's slick footwork and defensive skills might create difficulties. While both fighters are aging, their styles and strengths will determine the outcome. Experience, strategy, and adaptability will play a major role in this matchup.
Not official, but it may be a done deal. Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. Early thoughts? What do you think?
Yeah, look, the first thought is, can he handle the weight jump? Can he handle the weight jump? He being Crawford against Madridov, people are going to say, "Oh, he had some hiccups." Who don't have hiccups? When you eat something that's a little difficult to eat, and Madrimov was a little difficult to eat, he's not easy to digest. He's a good fighter. When you eat something that's a little tough to digest, you get hiccups, right? So come on, he's human. So he had a few hiccups. He won the fight. He's Terence Crawford. A lot of people say, "Oh, Teddy, you make him so good. You're always saying how great Crawford is." But who's he beating? He unified the what was his first division? Lightweight. Then he unified the junior. Then he unified the junior welter. Then he unified the welter. I think I got the weight classes right. It doesn't matter.